Okay, thanks, Edward. I have two stories. I don't know whether I can get them in 5 minutes, but I'm going to try. I'll see how the first one goes. I know it's a clock. I've taught in this room many a time, so and I like to use the whiteboard. So please excuse me. This is just going to be a little timeline, okay? But I need it to put some of the things in my experience in context of today. That's how old I am, okay? 1945, and I want to go to here. 2050. 2050, Alex Morrison is not here anymore, but Tim is here. And they're committed to come up with an economic plan for Annapolis County for the year 2050. Okay. When I heard that, I thought, what the hell are they smoking? I thought, this is totally bizarre. Okay. However, I think I've thought it through, and Tim can correct me if I got it right or got it wrong, okay? But the point is, I will not see 2050, right? I mean, unless I keep running and cycling or doing something, it's not going to happen. So, I'll leave that out there. I just want to fill in some of the pieces in the time I've got. These are some particular dates for me. 68, if we go to 1968, I was sitting in Cheltenham in the west coast of west of England, and I was at GCHQ, Government's Communications Headquarters, which is the largest code cracking place in the UK. What I was doing was I was working for IBM, and I was running big, large mainframe computers. I was a babysitter of computers, okay? Big deal. So, but what you need to notice is 68, the computers were mainframes, okay? Enough said. Ta-da! Next event, 1980, I arrive here, okay? I arrive here because I've taken a job to teach scientific computer programming. Where did I learn that stuff? Well, somewhere I learned some of the programming language from my IBM days, but I also spent the next 12 years being a scientist. So bring the two together, stand up in this room, and graduate, blah, blah, as many people. Like Phil, you know, I have wonderful memories of starting students in September and graduating students in the middle of August, okay? And then turning around and doing it all over again 2 weeks later. And Edward and I shared these experiences because Edward was also here as a remote sensing instructor in an earlier life as well, okay? But the reason for putting that in here is that this was prime mini computers. So technology has moved on. Mainframes, minis, okay? Now that Lynn is back here from her sojourn in the front row, what I can say is that roughly around about 86, we were starting to program microcomputers. And I can share with Lynn the fact that she will remember Dr. Chu, right? Dr. Chu was the technical director for Prime Mini Computers. He quit and he started a company called Remenco. Remenco was a software development company that wrote restaurant management software on a micro. Who was involved? Lynn, Roger, and a few other friends around here. Okay, this happened in 86. So I'm going to call that microcomputers, okay? My demise, excuse that bit anyway. 2011 was the day I walked out of AGRG and was finished, okay? The day I went and left, Roger and I went up to Future Shop. I said, Roger, I need some new tools to work with. Oh, well, buy yourself an iMac and an iPad, right? So here we go. So here we go to here. We're in the iPad world. So I'm going to move that. So I'm thinking about technology change, right? This is what I've lived through. And I'm hearing these guys talking about 2050. And I'm saying, I can't even figure out what the hell I'm going to do with mobile devices beyond my iPad, right? It just blows my mind, right? So 30 seconds, holy shit. Okay. So obviously they're not thinking about technology when they're talking about 2050 economic plan, okay? So I say, what are they thinking about? And I thought, well, I think maybe what they're thinking about is we have to change the institutions. That's what we have to do. Leaf was supposed to be here to talk about what was going on in terms of closing schools. We have to rethink schools. Guess what, guys? We have to rethink technical institutes like this place. No, it's not part of some complicated bureaucratic NSCC. This is a technical training institution for people who want to learn about a whole lot of specialized geographic sciences. That is an economic driver. If the people in this region don't get that, then I might as well shut up. And at that point, I will shut up. Thank you.